Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome back to Aokana. Extra 2. I just came back from the gym, maybe about 10 minutes ago. And, thank God I actually did, not experiment, like a pre-day, like, time management thing. Because I was finished at the gym at 10:40 a.m. So that's telling me that I'm gonna need to be more efficient after I'm done recording, and I probably need to sleep a bit earlier so that I can wake up at 4 to record, because that's gonna give me a 1 hour leeway. And with the efficiency that I'm gonna be doing before I start the gym, which is gonna be the next day, like me making my pre-workout, me making my food so that I can just instantly eat it, and then drink my pre-workout and then just go straight to the gym, that's gonna save me another 10 or 15 minutes. So yeah, that's telling me that I'm gonna need to sleep at 9 starting today and then wake up at 4 a.m. So that's going to give me 7 hours of sleep. And while I do like, recording videos and stuff like that, I'm not gonna sacrifice my sleep time for you guys. Just putting that out there. I actually really love my health and the good habits that I've built up, which is, sleeping like 6 to 7 hours every single day for the past, let's see, maybe like 3 years? Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, the occasional celebration where I do get drunk and stuff like that, I do not get my 6 hours, but that is maybe one every year or so, maybe like twice or thrice, the maximum. But yeah, thank God I did a trial run of what my times were gonna be like if I wake up at X, record at X, and then finish the gym at X. So yeah, starting today, I'm gonna be sleeping at 9 p.m. Usually I sleep about 10, 11, 12 p.m. or a.m. is about the maximum I don't go to sleep at. But starting today, I need to make the maximum 9. Whew. But yeah, I actually kind of enjoy this, planning out my day again. Like, I think I told you guys, but when I don't have work, I have a lot of free time. And when I don't have a lot of free time, it's not really making me anxious, but it makes me feel like, what am I gonna do today? Right? There's a lot of dead space and dead air after I'm done with the gym, after I'm done recording. But with work again, hopefully that's gonna be, making me pretty productive. And I'm also helping my brother out, so that's a win-win. But yeah, I just came back, like I said, 10 minutes ago. Haven't even eaten yet because this is not my usual eat time. I usually came back from the gym at 2 p.m., so I'm not even hungry at all. So without further ado, let's actually do the last episode recap. I'll also like I said, compile all of the stuff that I said in these episodes that I'm making on the update video on the 16th, telling you guys about what the plan for the channel is gonna be. And yeah, overall it's just gonna be a celebration for me on my 27th birthday. But let's do the last episode recap, shall we? On the last episode, we literally just finished off Minamo-chan versus Misaki. And while I do think that's an amazing, match, it might not be able to top off this one. Oh boy. I'm pretty excited about this one. I'm blueballing you guys on YouTube on the last episode, but people on Patreon, don't worry. In a couple of hours, this episode will be out after it's done rendering, after I'm done recording and stuff like that. So you guys will be enjoying this too. Oh baby. I might also record one more episode after this, since tomorrow is Wednesday, and Wednesday is when I go to the gym at a much longer rate than I usually do, like probably at 2 hours and 30 minutes. Mostly because I added a lot of stretching on Wednesdays, because I want to be flexible and mobile. Mobile? Is it mobile or mobile? Yeah, it's that word. English is hard. But yeah, I'm expecting lots of good stuff in this episode, so I'm not even gonna say much. And let's just dive into it. The referee confirms they're ready, then shouts, "Ready, set," instantly right into the action. The whistle then goes off, and they start flying forward at the exact same moment. Shindo-san flies straight forward, parallel to the first line.
行くよ、Masaya.
Show him what you're made of. Misaki flies diagonally straight toward the third boy. Fly as fast as possible. You have more distance to cover than a normal shortcut.
分かってる.
She sounds tense, but in a good way. Shindo-san touches the second boy and enters the second line before slowing down. Staring at Misaki, she grows distant in the direction of the third boy. I doubt even he can tell what's happening at first glance. Misaki still hasn't reached the line she's shortcutting to, but that's a given. She's going all the way to the back of it. I hear confused whispers from the crowd. No one's ever seen a shortcut like this, I wouldn't think. Now, what'll you do, Shindo-san?
高い場所で旋回待機かと思っていたけど、
どんどんサード V に近づいてますよ。最初のショートカットでサードラインに行くわけがありませんから、サード V のそばまで行くつもりだと思います。追いかけて距離を潰しますか。
それだとドッグファイトをすることになるね。それも嫌いじゃないけど、序盤からペースを渡すのは微妙だな。
でしたらショートカットを。ダメ、ショートカットではダメですわ。
ああ、この位置からのショートカットはまずい。サードラインで確実に面倒なことになってしま
う。もしかしてこんな簡単なことでこちらのショートカットを封じられたのでしょうか。
どうだろう。最初からこんなに悩ませてくれるなんて、さすが秋の大会の優勝ペアだ。さて、僕はどう動くべきかな。
これ以上ゆっくり飛んでいては遅延行為の反則を取られます。私に考えがあります。
That's the first time I ever heard of that rule. Come on! Man, I really wish at the start of the FC matches or the beginning of the match, they'd have like a slab, you know, something like a Death Note rulebook, telling me about how you're gonna be penalized, what is acceptable in a match, etc., etc. But come on! I feel like they actually just pulled this out of their ass.
合同練習の時に飛沢君相手にやった技、砂糖スペシャルだね。
砂糖いいんですわ。そんな優雅から程遠い名前は許されません。
十分優雅な名前だと思うんだ。まずは砂糖インスペシャルを試してみる。
それも一時的な名前ですわ。あの技ならファイターの弱点をつけるはず。
Shindo-san goes from slowly flying along the line to a sudden ascent. So that's where they're starting from, huh? Unexpected reaction, considering that Satoin-san is his second. Misaki starts rotating as she waits beside the third boy. He's trying to get a height advantage.
わかった。
She then mutters to persuade herself.
ここは付き合わない。
Right. We'll stick to our position. We make him move, not the other way around. We have to make sure of that.
わかってる。
Though it takes a different form, what we're doing is functionally similar to Inui's tactics if you look beneath the surface. Controlling a match is all about getting your opponent to do exactly what you want them to do. If we were playing Shindo-san before his match with Inui, before he knew the importance of positioning, then we may have been able to control the entire game. But getting him to do everything you want for an entire match at this point would be impossible. That said, he's never dealt with a position like this before. No matter his talent and skill, he won't be able to deal with it immediately. You guys might also realize that I'm a bit amped up more so than usual. It's because the caffeine is still kicking in my body. Misaki looks tense as she watches Shindo-san rise into the sky. Man, I was actually waiting for all of these Misaki like breaths, but they actually did not have the voice line for this. Screw you, translator. I can faintly hear her breathing. Slow, calm breaths. They could have just do like a ... and Masaya can narrate it and I'd still know that she's breathing. Obviously, I can't tell if she's truly calm or not, but she's at least trying to be. She's getting better at controlling her heart. We still have the entire match ahead of us, but she'll be fine. Now come, Shindo-san. It's about time for you to start ascending too.
そうだね。
Misaki needs to position herself along the line between Shindo-san and the third boy, or else it'll be too easy for him to go for that. In which case, we'd be the ones finding ourselves at an overwhelming disadvantage. Shortcutting from here to the third line would be entirely pointless, so we'd have to shortcut to the fourth line instead. Essentially, we'd be setting ourselves up to be trailing 0-3 right from the offset. Shindo-san is too tough of an opponent to make up a deficit like that. In other words, us failing here will cost us the match. We cannot let him touch the boy here, no matter what. Damn you, translator! Misaki knows that. I decided to trust her and remain silent so as to not pressure her.
マサヤ、
What's up?
まだ呼吸を荒くして見守るような時間じゃないでしょ。
Much like I can hear her breathing, Misaki can hear me. How? Is this what they call like the, you know, like intuition bullshit? I mean, I don't know. I mean, when you know someone too much, I guess you can sort of infer what they're doing and whatnot, or what they're feeling.
これからもっと緊張しないといけない場面は出てくるんだから、その時のために取っておけば。
You're right. Gotta remain calm for now.
心配しないで。真白と練習したからね。大丈夫。
I know that. Misaki truly has grown. I mean, she said she wanted to be strong enough to play even without me as her second. It makes me feel a little less needed, but it's something to be happy about for sure. Shindo-san stops. Looking down at Misaki, she rotates. Naturally, he's trying to tell us to come and face him. But doing so would simply play out as it did when Misaki faced Satoin-san. So she remains where she is. So, yeah. He's using the exact same, tactic, so... There's no way we're gonna fall for this.
さすがに二度も同じ作戦に引っかかりをしないか。
Shindo-san starts rotating again, carefully studying the positions of Misaki and the third boy. The murmurings from the confused crowd are getting louder. Probably wondering why Shindo-san is so hesitant when he has the height advantage. I wish I could tell them how wrong they were. Shindo-san knows he has to think this through. He lost at the summer tournament to Inui, thanks to the positional advantages she used against him. Now he sees Misaki in a position he has no experience with, and is trying to work out what the meaning of it is. Not that it particularly matters, as his options are limited in theory. He won't want to give up the height advantage, which means he'll have to close in from above to pile on the pressure. He could also try descending rapidly to go for the boy. The last strategy available to him is to use a suicida, slam into Misaki, send her spiraling below the boy, then touch it himself. Shindo-san ascends further, before forcefully falling forward. His head points down, his feet to the sky. Here he comes! Gravity aids him as he descends, pointed toward not the boy, but Misaki. It's a suicida! Just as we thought. If he'd gone for Inui's tactics, Misaki could have countered with a sumo and pulled him into a dogfight. If he tried to fly straight for the boy, then all Misaki had to do was get in his way. She likely would have been pushed toward the boy by him, and at that point would have been permitted to touch it herself. That's actually a very awkward sentence, but I get it. Not even gonna blame the translator for that one. But a successful suicida will push Misaki far below the boy. He can then transition into touching the boy and maintain his advantage into the next line. You got it. We got you where we want you, you know, Shindo-san. We practiced for this. Well, we visualized for this. Shindo-san is hurtling right toward Misaki. Masho's suicidas are nothing compared to this. His speed and precision far exceeds hers. He's a guided missile, locked onto Misaki. Even so, show them what you can do, Misaki. You might think you can block a suicida just by getting your arms in front of your opponent, but that's unlikely to work well. Your opponent is moving so fast, you're more likely to miss than not. And due to the inertia, even the slightest touch can be as bad as a full-on collision. Misaki breathes out briefly, then starts ascending to close the gap. Shindo-san is flying at a terrific speed. Closing the distance to him means that he has less places to go if he tries to change direction. And even if he somehow did manage to change directions, Misaki is placed right between him and the boy. With the speed he's going, he'd shoot right past the boy and below the line. What we've done is remove the opportunity for this to be a fake suicida, used as a feint to instead go for the boy. Okay, I actually was like, huh, how am I supposed to say this? Why is the 2 over there? Because there's like a space break. Is that what you call it? A space break? You know, when you press enter? Shindo-san's only option is to face Misaki head on. Misaki grits her teeth. She bends backward, going from an ascent into a dive, creating distance between them now that she's ensured Shindo-san is targeting her. Come on, Misaki. Come on, do your anime moment! Admittedly, no distance is being created. Shindo-san is going too fast, and the gap keeps narrowing. However, Misaki is at least able to adjust their relative velocities to her liking. Misaki waits for the gap to be to her liking, before turning from her head into another ascent. Our plan is to repeatedly shift between ascending and descending to throw off Shindo-san's sense of distance, while also creating enough space for us. Misaki's a fighter, so delicate movements are her specialty. She does it all in the time it takes for a single breath. Shindo-san is now right before her. Misaki reaches out to slap at the top of Shindo-san's shoulders as he comes at her from above. Nice! The way she positioned her arms will have the repulsion traveling straight down the axis of her body. She'll be able to some extent, stop herself from being thrown off balance. Now we'll take the height advantage and go into a Huh? Shindo-san reaches out for Misaki's hand as if going in for a handshake. What the? He's not doing a suicida? The 2 players are flung apart. He's actually defending. Misaki is sent spinning off to the side. Shindo-san is likewise spent spinning, but diagonally downward instead. This happened because they touched the tips of their fingers together at high speed. Impressive as always, Shindo-san. If he'd wanted to send Misaki flying while shooting past her, then he wouldn't have reached out. However, he realized in that split second that doing so put him at a disadvantage, and reached out instead. Even so, Misaki successfully blocking the suicida is massive. Fighters are quicker to recover than all-rounders. Shindo-san is skilled, sure, but Misaki should still be faster. Stretch out to regain balance and go for the... Huh? Shindo-san's going back toward the second boy. Shindo-san is descending and regaining his balance while retreating, creating space between himself and Misaki. Clearly, he doesn't want to be pulled into a dogfight. Would giving chase and forcing him into a dogfight to settle things here be the right move? No. Touch the boy and take the point. If only the angle between them had been a little tighter as they got separated. We could have stopped them escaping. But I shouldn't ask for too much. Misaki touches the boy, making the score 1-1. We ended up just exchanging boy touches to make the score even. But there's value alone in blocking Shindo-san from shortcutting and making contact on the second line. As far as a fighter is concerned, a match in which you can't touch your opponent is one you lose. If you find yourself unable to make contact for long enough, it'll stress you out. We were able to cancel out that stress almost immediately, giving Misaki a huge boost. Even better is that while Misaki has entered the third line, Shindo-san is still flying down to second. No matter how Shindo-san broaches the third line, Misaki has the height advantage and can draw him into a dogfight. If Shindo-san decided to avoid dogfighting again, he'll have to shortcut and proceed to the fourth line instead. Things aren't perfectly in our favor, but they're going pretty well. I consider telling Misaki not to relax yet, but decide against it. Misaki is still on full alert. Shindo-san opts not to shortcut, instead using the repulsion from touching the boy to speed up as he enters the third line. So he realized that shortcutting to the fourth line would put him at a disadvantage, huh? Using his tactics to chase from above. Shindo-san may be speedy for an all-rounder, but Misaki's had a lot of practice with Prez. She should be able to catch him. Misaki uses gravity to accelerate, closing in on Shindo-san's back as he flies parallel to the line. She's currently slightly more than one body length ahead of him. Both the option of going in front to block him and the option of going directly for his back are available to her. Satoin-san must have informed Shindo-san of Misaki's position by now, but he just keeps on flying straight. I can't imagine he's going to let us touch his back while putting up no resistance. Watch out for him trying to draw you in to use a reversal. Misaki gets closer, but still, Shindo-san doesn't alter his flight.
Masaya,
Crap! Is this what he's planning? We're still in a favorable position, but we can no longer use gravity to help us accelerate. If we keep flying straight like this, it'll end up a contest of speed, and Misaki can't win that. Is he intentionally doing nothing to confuse Misaki? Maybe I'm overthinking it, but the longer we remain cautious, the more the advantage slips away from Misaki. Go for his back! Misaki descends. Nice, angle, by the way. Taking aim at Shindo-san's back. But the moment she does... Shit! As far as Misaki's concerned, Shindo-san just up and vanished. Is he using Prez's technique? That's impossible, though. Low yo-yo! Misaki immediately goes into a low yo-yo straight from having been positioned to touch Shindo-san's back. In an instant, my heart starts hammering and my chest aches. Misaki shrieks as she goes hurtling toward the water. Shindo-san stays where he is, looking down at Misaki instead of giving chase. It would seem he's chosen to get a point from the boy touch rather than go for a dogfight. Calm down. You're fine now. Shortcut to the fourth line. Wait, it was a cobra? Did he do like triple cobras or something? That's the only possible way for him to actually be able to be at Misaki's back, right? You know, like either you go up, you go left, you go right, and then basically you have to encircle her. Misaki sounds like she's just seen a ghost. Shortcut! Got that? Damn it, Masaya, explain! Don't turn nouns into verbs, but yes, you did. The cobra. A sudden break into a sudden acceleration. You raise your body to an upright position and spread your arms to brake. Then reassume your previous form and accelerate hard. The move is named Cobra because of how similar it looks to a cobra spreading its hood to intimidate predators. We were able to escape it this time, but if either my instruction or Misaki's reaction had been a moment later, then we'd have likely conceded a point. It was only because we were already using gravity and flying diagonally downward that we were able to escape. If we'd gone for the touch while flying level, we'd have been caught. God damn it, I actually want to see how that happened in freaking anime. Because I wasn't able to see that in animation. Like, how the hell was he able to how is that a cobra? You know it was a cobra. If you can't see your opponent, you don't know when or from where they'll attack you. It's scary. Like someone's hiding in the shadows, waiting for the right time to jump out at you and strike.
アスカはすごい。夏の大会の時あんなものを見せられたのに反撃してたよね。ありえん、心が折れそうになった。かなり試合したくなくなった。戦意喪失しそう。
You sound excited though.
そんなことないって。
Got your heart racing, right?
悪い意味でドキドキはした。
You sound happy enough to me.
少しだけ楽しいかもね。実は進藤さんにコブラを出してもらえなかったのはコンプレックスだったんだよね。
Shindo-san used the Cobra during his match with Asuka, but not during his match with Misaki. That was playing on her mind, was it? Shindo-san naturally didn't determine whether or not to use the Cobra based on the superiority of his opponent. I'm sure Misaki knows that too, but perhaps there's a little part of her that was unsatisfied and kept gnawing away. Good thing you made him use it then.
よかった。
Misaki says cheerfully. Alright, diagonal shortcut, straight to the first boy.
今度は私の番だ。進藤さんに驚いてもらわないとね。
Exactly. Go get him, Misaki. Shindo-san touches the fourth boy and enters the fourth line. Okay, so I guess Cobras are actually more used to doing that, huh? Because I think before, when he was using the Cobra, he actually went from a straight fly to an ascent, from what I remember. But then again, I don't know, he hasn't really been using the Cobra, or I haven't really been seeing the Cobra too much to actually know what is capable and what is not capable with that move. Now it's 1-2. 6 minutes left. This match will probably be decided either on this line or the one after.
また V のそばまでショートカットするつもりのようです。
あのポジションにこだわりを持っているようだ。さて、佐藤スペシャル以外の打開策を思いついたかい？
佐藤いいんですわ。あのポジションにどの程度の優位性があるかわかりませんが、もしあるのだとしたら引きずり出せばいいだけのことではありませんか？
その通り。じゃあどうやって引きずり出そうか。
それは何か考えがおありなのですね。それを試してください。必ずできます。信用していますわ。
ありがとう。佐藤院君にそう言ってもらえるのは心強いよ。それじゃあ引きずり出してみようかな。
Misaki starts rotating as she waits next to the first boy. Shindo-san is already advancing straight down the line. He's already understood that shortcutting will put him at a disadvantage. Let him come a bit closer, then move to the inside of the line.
進藤さん、反応するかな？
He will, absolutely. You're gonna have to be precise here.
覚悟してる。
She says firmly. Misaki moves according to my instructions. This leaves an empty line between Shindo-san and the first boy. Shindo-san sees this and slows down. As he continues along the line, Misaki gradually moves back toward it. Shindo-san keeps his speed slow as he observes.
面白いね。
The audience murmurs. Shindo-san just U-turned, creating space between him and Misaki. Misaki sees this and once again moves back to the inside of the line. The murmurs grow louder as they spread, not out of excitement, but confusion, as if everyone has a giant question mark over their head. By now, a lot of Skywalkers understand Inui's tactics, but I doubt there are many who can instantly comprehend what these two players are currently doing. Damn you, translator! Shindo-san advances forward and Misaki returns to the line. Man, I hate that so much. Shindo-san falls back and Misaki returns to the inside of the line. The two change altitudes as they repeat this over and over. Gradually, silence returns to the crowd. Everything is so still, I can hear the lapping of the waves. The sight unfolding up above is so bizarre, you wouldn't think it an FC match. I doubt the crowd even knows how to express their confusion. Though even those who don't understand what's going on should be able to feel the concentration and tension exuding from the two players. It pierces through your skin like the rays of midsummer sun. The crowd has been swallowed up by the atmosphere exuding from the field. Misaki opens up the path to the first boy, daring Shindo-san to fly straight down it. Her plan is to get him from the side as he passes and draw him into a dogfight. That's why Shindo-san is keeping his distance. Shindo-san feints as if he's about to shortcut. Shortcutting from a distance up the line would allow him to gain the advantage in the next line. So Misaki moves back inside the line, blocking his shortcut route and challenging him to a dogfight if he dare try anyway. Both players are searching for a position that will give them the advantage. All the while, they're trying to find a way to prevent their opponent from doing the same thing. You're done, Misaki? Man, they're not kidding. The Inui thing definitely changed this, changed FC in a different direction compared to Asuka's route. In Asuka's route, it was all about people like getting rid of the limiters and doing crazy shit. In this, it's actually about tactics and innovation. This is actually a lot more interesting in my opinion. I'm actually kind of engrossed in like the tactics and whatnot. I said this on the Patreon post that I did on the last episode, but I've actually never been so like what is it, like curious about what the hell is actually going on in the FC match, because Masaya just kept on giving instructions in this after story compared to when he was doing so in the base game. Misaki's breath has gotten rough.
進藤さんはこういう展開のイメージトレーニングなんてしたことないはずなのに。
That's just how good he is. Don't lose concentration. This is where the game is decided.
切らすわけない。ここで切らしたら絶対に後悔する。
Shindo-san picks up speed as he alternates between advancing and retreating. Misaki continues to move from side to side in time with him. Ideally, Misaki would be controlling Shindo-san with her movements, but right now, quite the opposite is happening. Luckily for us, that proves that he still hasn't figured out our strategy. Ugh. Just hold out a little longer. Right as my voice cries out inside my mind, so too does noise return to the silent audience. They begin murmuring heatedly, no longer out of confusion. Finally, they've realized what's happening. Whether or not they understand it doesn't matter. They can tell that there's an intense battle going on between Misaki and Shindo-san. I don't know, Masaya. I feel like, the audience usually doesn't care about that. They care more about what's actually happening that they understand, instead of this. You good, Misaki? Shindo-san finally takes a decisive action, moving inside the line, going for a shortcut. Misaki had been waiting for him there, so she goes to block him. The instant she makes that lunge toward him, Shindo-san curls his knees up toward his chest. Damn. An air kick turn! Shindo-san cuts an angle through the air like a bolt of lightning as he proceeds through the unobstructed path toward the first boy. However, it's not over yet. Shindo-san touches the boy, making it 1-3. Shindo-san strains himself up, suddenly... Damn you! Damn you, typos! Breaking in surprise as he enters the first line. I don't think he's ever looked so shocked during a match before. Misaki's right there, facing him head on. There's no more than 3 meters between them. Nice! Right as Shindo-san had been flying along the line, Misaki had shortcut to the first boy. A shallow angle shortcut, of course. Applying the very technique Asuka showed us during the joint training session. Shindo-san is good, but that scramble with Misaki no doubt frayed his nerves. He allowed the relief from getting past her to get to him. This was our goal from the very start, so unlike him, Misaki is still fully composed. I don't know about fully composed, but sure, Masaya, whatever you say. She seems to be out of breath.
捕まえましたよ、進藤さん。
A dogfight begins right by the boy at the start of the line, coming from an almost total stop. Every fighter dreams of going into a dogfight like this. The ultimate purpose of the diagonal shortcut was to set up this very scenario. I remember the first time Misaki and Shindo-san played each other at the joint training session. How Shindo-san had purposefully come to a stop in a similar position so that he could bring out Misaki's inner strength. This isn't like that. Today, Shindo-san is serious, and Misaki cornered him with nothing but her own ability.
対角線ショートカット。なるほどな。こういう戦略だったか。考えたな、マサヤ。
どういうこと？
あれはファイター不利を覆すためのポジショニングだよ。
ポジショニング。
これからは上下の位置取りだけじゃなくて、フィールドを面で捉えて、どこにショートカットするのかも重要になってくるってことだ。
すごい。面白いね。
面白いって言えるんだな、みなもは。
面白い。この距離でドッグファイトから逃げられるとは思ってませんよね。
逃げるのは無理だろうね。
正面からバチバチやりましょうよ。
言っておくけど、僕だってドッグファイトは嫌いじゃない。
Man, I'm actually so excited right now. I was like muting the mic because I was, you know, kind of like having goosebumps and shit. Because I didn't want to have like a weird voice come out. The usual smile spreads across Shindo-san's face. How can he still concentrate this hard after what just happened? Shindo-san throws in a feint as he slips past Misaki and attempts to get behind her. I thought he was more counterattack focused when it came to dogfights. I certainly didn't expect him to be so aggressive. Now the dogfight started, rendering me useless. Any instructions I give would just get in the way of her split-second decision-making. So I keep my lips clamped together and look up at the sky. Now it's all about Malif, Masaya. Come on, Misaki! Misaki turns around while bending backward to dodge Shindo-san's arm. Do your anime moment! The moment she goes to counter, he spreads both arms wide. She immediately starts weaving left and right. They're at point-blank range. Shindo-san's arms are getting in the way, preventing her swooping around him on either side. This is bad. I figure out what Shindo-san's planning, but Misaki starts to move before I can tell her. She stretches out an arm, thrusting it at Shindo-san's chest. Repulsion creates a gap between them. Fighters are faster to recover, so that was a good decision on Misaki's part. Except that right now, the first boy is directly behind her. Just like in her match against Minamo-chan. People are quick to adopt strategies that are proven to be effective. Don't tell me that Shindo-san is already implementing Minamo-chan's strategy from the last match. This is how you should actually do a match, man. What you see, you implement right instantly. Like the next time you do it. That's how... You gotta keep improving. Man, having a sport that is still, like, you know, question mark like this and have... And innovation is actually cool. Having a sport like this is insane. That just goes to show how fixated he is on winning. Misaki will be thrown completely off balance if she collides with the boy. Shindo-san can then use the opportunity to escape. Shit! Everything was going so well! We'll have to diagonal shortcut again then.
強い。新藤さんは本当に強い。乾さんは怖い。アスカはすごい。でも強いのは新藤さんだ。あれだけ対策をした部長でも届かなかった。FC に対する覚悟も努力もきっと私とは桁違いだ。本気を出してもらえただけでも十分だよ。でもそれでも私を倒しに来てくれる人がいる。私を潰しに来てくれる人がいる。私を目指してくれる人がいる。私を救ってくれた人がいる。私の中にはみんなの思いがある。だからあれは
Man, her face is so like crazy looking. That was Minamo-chan's pseudo air kick turn.
今日だけは負けない。
Go, Misaki! Why'd you have to be cat-like right now, damn it? You're ruining the serious moment.
すごいな飛沢君。
V の位置は確認してましたから今日は勝ちます。
Why am I like with that face? Why is that what I say, damn it? Masaya, you stupid idiot. That was all it took for her to pull off a technique she's never even practiced before? Misaki would have had to make several split-second decisions. This is how much strength to use when reaching for Shindo-san, and how best to move in order to use the resulting force to reach the boy. Misaki's not Asuka. She doesn't have those instinctive moments of genius. This is a result of her visualization training. She's gotten to the point where all she has to do is visualize something, and then she's able to act it out.
せっかく追いついたと思いましたのに。でもそれがこそ飛沢さんですね。また眠れなくなりそうです。何か言いましたか、お姉様。何でもありません。その時はよろしくお願いしますね。お姉様のためなら何でもします。本当にいいかな。さあ、飛沢さん、あなたは勝てますか。私が何度も挑戦してついに一度も勝てなかった絶対王者新藤和也。
I was waiting for her to say the undisputed champion, but she didn't say it. Misaki rushes at Shindo-san before he can regain his balance. He twists around to try and protect his back, but his form is such a mess that Misaki easily coils around him. One thing I wish the game did though is that they should have crazier screams when they do their like, you know, like fighting shout. That's one thing I want the game to actually do. That scream was weak, Misaki. The point field spreads out behind Shindo-san. Hell yeah! 2-3. Shindo-san uses the momentum from being touched to go into a low yo-yo. His signature move is to ensure he gets pushed toward a boy after a touch, though he hides it well. He used the same technique to escape during the summer tournament. Go, go, go! Masaya is basically going cheerleader mode at this point. Don't worry, man. I understand your enthusiasm. Misaki immediately gives chase. Despite the boost of momentum he got, Shindo-san is still horribly off balance. Misaki should be able to close the distance as long as she takes advantage of her faster initial velocity. With a ferocious scream, Misaki swoops in from above. Shindo-san rolled over into inverted flight. He starts to descend, pulling Misaki down with him. What the? This guy! Is he going for a reversal? Should I have advised Misaki to remain calm? Fortunately, I'm worried about nothing. Misaki is perfectly calm. She descends along with Shindo-san, but doesn't allow herself to get drawn in toward him. Instead, she maintains a good distance from which to block him when he tries to ascend. This guy is freaking insane, man. They really hype up Shindo-san in the freaking base game, but the way he lost to Inui was so... They did him so dirty. And this is actually a redemption arc for him. Shindo-san then gently draws closer of his own accord. He doesn't try to get past her, but ends up flying face to face with her. That's... Shindo-san can use the sumo? Wait, no! For a moment, Misaki is bewildered, but then thrusts a hand forward in an attempt to create some space. Shindo-san matches her timing perfectly, using what is essentially a reversal to slip past her side and go for her back. Misaki immediately rolls over. Now Shindo-san is on top, and Misaki is below in the sumo.
飛沢君みたいな背面飛行はできないから上を取らせてもらったよ。
まさかフェイントに相撲を使うなんて。
あの状態から追撃を避けるにはこれがいいと判断しただけさ。君が驚いてくれたから飛行姿勢を戻す時間の余裕ができたよ。
でも今は私の領域です。
Misaki was closing in from above. A reversal would have been too difficult to perform, and it would have taken too long to flee downward. His only option was to go face to face with her. Of course, he could have allowed himself to get touched and go into a low yo-yo after that to escape, but that would bring the game level at 3-3. Unfortunately for you, Shindo-san, there's no escaping Misaki's sumo.
すごい。二人とも私が使った技を。
悔しいが
悔しい。けど私が使った技がこんなすごい試合に使われるのはちょっと嬉しい。
そっか、その気持ちわかるよ。僕が編み出した技が水面を通して最前線の美咲ちゃんや進藤君に影響を与えている。それは素直に嬉しい。 FC は乾君たちによってより戦略的要素が上がった。セコンドの能力と信頼関係もより重要になった。
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. That's what I said during the match. That's why I feel like I'm so much more involved, because Masaya is just so much more involved.
そしてその中から生まれた背面飛行によるドッグファイト戦術相撲。戦略上ファイター不利という状況から生まれた縦じゃなくて面のポジショニングを使った対角線ショートカット。僕らの時代より完全に進化している。何より驚いたのは今もこうしてエアキックターンもコブラもスイシーダも僕のトリッキーな技も生き残ってその中に組み込まれていること。この時代にフライングサーカスができる子たちがちょっと羨ましくなってきたよ。
お兄ちゃんならお兄ちゃんの分も私が頑張る。
Yeah, the sad thing about sports is that there's actually an age limit when you cannot go pro anymore. It just makes sense because your body just has limitations that the younger you would have way less for.
教える楽しさっていうのはこういうことなんだ。ありがとう。
Misaki throws in feints as she repeatedly attacks from below. Shindo-san keeps pushing forward as he dodges them. Stopping would give the fighter all the advantage, so his only choice is to keep moving. But Misaki follows right on his heel, attacking to interrupt his flying form and prevent him from speeding ahead. Shindo-san sure is tenacious, not that I expected different. I checked the time. 1 minute left. Ah! Now I've got it! Shino-san decided that he could let her use a sumo since there's not long to go. He saw the championship game of the fall tournament, Misaki versus Asuka. There were a few points scored after Misaki went into the sumo. The sumo is designed to cover the disadvantage of being lower than your opponent, after all. It by no means puts Misaki in an exceedingly advantageous position. Shindo-san can stall her like this, and a minute will be up in no time. It's then I remember what a second is. Our role is to allow our players to do exactly what it is they said they wanted to do. That's what I'm here to help Misaki do. You told me you didn't mind losing as long as you try to win, yeah? Do you think that Shindo-san's someone you can beat without taking any risks? There's no time left. Go for it. Take the risk. Misaki closes in on Shindo-san. It almost seems reckless. Shindo-san doesn't like how close she's getting, so he pushes out a hand. Normally, Misaki would twist or descend to dodge it. Only this time, she doesn't dodge it at all. Shindo-san's hand hits her shoulder. The repulsion creates a space between them. And that's when... Misaki spits out a breath and draws her knees up toward her chest. An air kick turn? A heat rushes over my entire being. That's it, Misaki! She slips right past Shindo-san's side and drops her hand onto his exposed back. The point field appears. Give chase! Misaki retains most of her balance. You'd think she's just such a boy, not a player. Shindo-san must not have been anticipating that attack, as for once his flying form is a complete mess. The point field appears again. 4-3. That's it! 25 seconds left. We just have to hold out. Misaki's panting hard for breath. Her voice trembles as she pleads with me. This match isn't over yet. Stop slacking. Keep your eyes on Shindo-san. I thought you were gonna win today. So get going. Go and win this. Misaki launches herself at Shindo-san, who got repulsed below her. Shindo-san growls as he races up to meet her, his eyes still burning with life. He means to get out of this by not by going for the boy, but by scoring in a dogfight. I can practically see the wind compressing and curling around him. The two players snake around each other at speed as they try to... At speed? As they try to go for each other's back. They're going so fast. Probably high speed there, using every last thing available to them. I can hear every last muscle they have creaking as they make use of their entire bodies to try and get that touch. Misaki and Shindo-san clash and repel each other as they coil together in circles. There's no longer enough time to go for the boy. This dogfight will decide the match, which makes things simple for the players. They just have to use every last ounce of strength to concentrate on their opponent. Misaki looks so crazy, man. They get repulsed apart before immediately sneaking back together. They're intertwined in a confusing muddle. So hard are they concentrating that anything we second say would just be a nuisance. This is dogfighting at the highest level. At some point, the cheering crowd fell silent. Every last Skywalker in attendance is holding their breath as they watch and wait. 14 seconds left. Misaki gets bounced away from Shindo-san, losing balance as she floats to the side. Shindo-san shoots like a bullet right for her back. That's weak, Misaki! No, that's a scream! Misaki shoots back up with an air kick turn. Shindo-san hurls toward her with the speed of a suicida. They slam together. The whistle blows. Shindo-san looks down at Misaki, having just slammed her into the water. It would have been the perfect opportunity, but now he can't give chase. The match is already over. 4-3. She's won! Misaki's won! The crowd erupts. Their cheers slam into me with how powerful they are. Misaki won! I'm actually gonna voice act your laugh this time, Masaya. Because I'm actually feeling pretty happy myself. A dumbfounded, hollow laugh escapes me. All of my strength abandons me. I'm happy. But more than that, I'm exhausted. I'm delighted, but more than that, I'm jealous. I'm over the moon, but more than that, I'm so proud of Misaki. I take a deep breath and use it to fire off my next words. Well done, Misaki. You sure did. Looks like Misaki is also finding it hard to process what just happened. Don't space out too hard now. You still gotta give Shindo-san and Satoin-san your thanks. Misaki rubs her cheeks with her hands before turning to Shindo-san. I head over to Shindo-san.
勝つつもりでやってはいたけど、勝った後のことなんか考えたこともなかった。嬉しい。しばらくニヤニヤできるほど嬉しい。その反面、勝ってはいけない人に勝ってしまったような気がして、正直気まずい。私は何を言えばいいんだろう。試合ありがとうございました。
負けたよ。言っておくけど、申し訳なく思う必要はない。試合で新しい作戦を使うのは卑怯でも何でもないんだから。
でも勝ったけど、勝ったのは私が進藤さんを刺すナイフをいくつも持っていたからで、その作戦勝ちだ。進藤さんは対角線ショートカットのことを知らなかったし、私がエアキックターンを使えることも知らなかった。だからその
光栄だよ。磨いていたナイフを僕のために使ってくれた。僕を強敵として認めてくれたわけだ。
強敵？そんなの当たり前じゃないですか。一番強いのは進藤さんだって私は思ってます。
ありがとう。だけど負けたのは僕で、勝ったのは飛沢君だ。まだまだ僕の知らない FC があるんだって思い知ったよ。これから僕も飛沢君もいろいろな FC を生み出していくんだろうね。過渡期に生まれたものの特権だ。一番面白い時代に僕たちは FC をやっている気がするよ。
一番面白い時代。私はそんなこと考えたことなかったです。
それだけ今の FC に夢中だってことなんじゃないかな。それはそれで幸せなことだと思う。
幸せか。それも考えたことなかった。私は面白い時代に FC をやっている幸せ者だったのか。
Shindo-san smiles.
僕が死闘を離れる前にまた試合ができたらいいね。次は僕の作戦の実験台になってもらおう。
実験台？なんだかえげつない言い回しだと思う。でもきっとそういうことじゃなくて、私乾さんの時失敗した。だから同じ失敗はしない。はい、よろしくお願いします。私もっと FC のこと知りたいんです。教えてください、 FC のこと。あの時乾さんにもっと FC のこと教えてもらえばよかったって思うんだ。進藤さんにも同じことを思う。もっと知りたい。 FC をもっとしたい。
それはお互い様だ、飛沢君。
Shindo-san says, smiling happily. But soon enough, that smile turns into something sinister.
次は飛沢君のポジションを必ず崩してみせる。
はい、よろしくお願いします。
Shindo-san gives me a small nod before leaving.
次は崩すか。いいな、こういうのってすごくいい。みんな私にそういう言葉を残していくんだ。私の心に傷を残していくんだ。乾さんもアスカもガネコさんもみなもちゃんも、そして進藤さんにまで言ってもらえるなんて。いいよ、もっとたくさん私の胸に傷を残してお願いします。傷があれば絶対に忘れないから。私みんなのこと絶対に忘れたくないって思っているから。私ってすごい幸せ者だ。心の底からそう思えた。みんなのこと大好きだ。進藤さんに勝ったせいかな。テンションが変な感じに上がってるってわかる。だけどそう思っちゃうんだからしょうがない。
I feel something rising inside me, so I willingly open my mouth to let it out. Am I actually voice acting Misaki's narration now?
大きな声で叫ばずにはいられなかった。私はちゃんと FC と向き合えてる。ちゃんとみんなを愛したいって思えてる。そういう私が今ちゃんといる。空を見上げる。きっと今の試合を誰か撮影してるよね。乾さんの目に届けばいいのに。そう思った。乾さんはどこまで行ってるんだろう。とりあえず今の私はここまでだけど、乾さんはもっと先まで行ってるのかもしれない。早く試合をして確かめてみたい。今度会った時はちゃんとポジション争いに付き合ってあげられる。試合が終わったばかりなのに、もう試合がしたいって私は思ってる。試合したいな。試合したい。
Misaki and I return to the group, where we find Masha and Okoze squabbling.
真っ白、勝負だ。今から決着つけるぞ。あんたはまだそんなこと言ってんの？もう何度も宣戦布告してるんだからもういいだろ。試合をするぞ。試合って今から？もう一試合くらいしたっていいだろ。撤収される前にやっちゃおう。予定っていうものがあるんだから、もううっとうしい。 あとめんどくさい。お前それが今日まで必死に練習を頑張ってきた幼馴染にかける言葉か。私には関係ないし。何度も宣戦布告されてるのに関係ないことあるか。あんたが一方的に言っているだけでしょ。いいから試合しようぜ。お前の愛する先輩の試合を見て何も思わなかったのか。それはお前が大好きな先輩の試合だろ。心を揺さぶられなかったのか。私は飛沢先輩が苦手だけど心を揺さぶられたぞ。揺さぶられたけどそれとこれとは別の話。
I can't believe she just said it outright that she hates Misaki. What is her reason for hating Misaki anyway? Because Ganeko-san hates her? God, Okoze, you suck. I can see that Masho is sorely tempted despite her sharp tongue. I keep getting glimpses of her desire to play.
二人だけずるいです。私も試合したいです。いや、アスカ先輩、ほら白瀬さんが向こうで解散するように言ってますよ。解散しないでくださいとお願いしましょう。そんな素朴な解決案を提示されても、そもそもアスカ先輩と試合する
相手がいないようでしたら私が試合しましょうか。
お姉様、ほらお姉様もこう言ってるんだぞ。
Asuka's eyes sparkle happily.
本当に試合してくれるんですか。
私でよければですけどね。
はい、私金子さんと試合してみたかったんです。
私も倉科さんには興味がありました。
ちょっと待ってください。皆さん何を勝手に試合する話をしているんですか。
Ichinose interrupts the conversation looking furious. She probably came to ask us to help clear up.
あ、ダメに決まってますよね。そうですよね。違います。私も混ぜてください。そんなの寂しいじゃないですか。私と真白の試合が最初なんだからな。勝手なこと言うな。
Well, this is turning into a whole ordeal. Madoka isn't part of the conversation, so she notices Misaki and me.
おかえり。すごい試合だったね。みんな声を枯らして応援してたんだけど、今はみんなも試合したいって話になっちゃっててね。
They certainly sound excited. None of them have even realized that Misaki and I are here.
ちょっと寂しいなこれ。
美咲の試合を見てみんな興奮しちゃったんだから、責任は美咲にあります。
そう言われてもどう責任を取ったらいいのかわからないですにゃ。
Where's Prez? A more mature voice should help settle things down.
ジュースを買いに行かせた。ここにいたら興奮しちゃってもっと面倒なことになりそうだからね。
The little sister knows best, I guess.
で、これどうすんの。
I don't think they'll listen to us telling them to save it for later. I'll go have a word with Shirase-san.
じゃ、そういう方向で話を進めちゃっていい？
Sure. We've got time before sunset. See you in a bit. Shirase-san has a soft side when it comes to FC. I'm sure he'll give permission.
じゃ私はみんなに褒めてもらうかなと。
With that, Misaki joins the circle.
美咲ちゃん、すごかったです。エアキックターン、エアキックターンです。エアキックターン、感動しました。
どうアスカ落ち着いて。
エアキックターンです。すごい綺麗でした。
アスカのおかげでできたよ。ありがとう。愛してる。
美咲先輩、私美咲先輩なら絶対に勝てると思ってました。信じてました。ものすごくものすごかったです。そして水シーだ水シーだ水シーだ。
技名を連呼しないといけない決まりができたのかにゃ。 真白が練習に付き合ってくれたおかげでうまく対処できた。
美咲先輩、抱きしめていいですか？今ならいいですよね。そういう約束ですよね。
はいはいおいで真白。真白のことだって愛してるからね。
It's only now that I can once again appreciate the roar of the waves.
いやー、大騒ぎで楽しかったね。
Yeah, it was. It felt like a waste to go straight home, so the two of us are slowly walking the path along the coast. I knew Misaki's excitement wasn't going to abate after that crazy match, and I didn't want to leave her alone like that. I know she'll want to share it with someone.
真白とマグロちゃんの試合が一番盛り上がったね。
Oh, so they actually did have a match, huh? There's hype, and then there's whatever that was, because it wasn't FC. That much I'm sure of.
でも真白の水シーダ綺麗だったよ。やっぱりラフプレイの才能があるんじゃないかな。
I'm not complaining about her form.
ああいう展開に持ち込んだって考えればトリッキースタイルが向いてるのかもよ。みなもちゃんのライバルになったりして。
I don't know what it was that compelled those two girls, but halfway through their match, Masaya and Okoze stopped caring about the score. They just started slamming into each other with suicidas, repeatedly. Whenever they had the chance, hell, even when no chance presented itself, they'd fire off a suicida. Sometimes they'd hit, sometimes it'd be a kamikaze. Ultimately, it was insane. I was going to lecture Masha after the match, but she looked so refreshed and proud of herself that I couldn't bring myself to. Okoze was all smiles as well. I guess I can let it slide, as long as it's a one-off. What really matters is that the two people playing the match are satisfied with how it went. If they're happy with whatever that match was, then that's good enough for me. That match might have even helped Masha come out of her shell. I certainly hope that's the case.
新藤さんとの試合前の話なんだけどさ、ほら将来の選択肢としてプロもあるんじゃないかって話。
Sorry for bringing that up before the match. I won't do it again.
別に影響はなかったからそれはいいんだけど、私はプロになるってこと積極的には考えられないよ。
Yeah, I get it. It's your future we're talking about. It's not the most stable of career paths. Which means it's not an easy decision to make.
だけどね、流れっていうのかな。私がこれからもっともっと強くなって FC をやりきったんだって思うためにはプロになるしかないって思ったら、その時は決断しようと思う。
You want to accomplish everything you can in FC?
プロになるとかそういうことよりも、私は自分に誇れるまで FC をやりたいんだ。
I know how you feel. I think anyone who's had a similar, strong desire to do something could empathize.
アスカなら死ぬまでやりたいって言うだろうけどね。
A lot of people could empathize with that too, I imagine. It's easy to say you'll keep going until you're satisfied, or even until you die. But not many players are lucky enough to see that to fruition. I've seen my fair share of retired players. Not many of which were truly satisfied with what they've done. That goes for Aoi-san and Shirase-san too. Neither of them retired feeling fully satisfied. I'm sure that somewhere inside their hearts, they feel like they still had more to do. But reality has a habit of getting in the way. Going until you're satisfied is a good idea. That's what I think. It's something I wish everyone involved in FC could achieve.
前も聞いたっけ？マサヤはどうなりたいの？
I do kind of feel like I'd want to play until I'm satisfied, or until I die, or something. But I feel more like I want to play for that one moment.
一瞬？
I want that moment in the sky where I feel completely free.
一番 自由って具体的にどういうこと？
Well, it might be the moment where I feel like I'm the best at FC. Maybe I want to feel like I can beat anyone that comes my way, no matter the circumstances. But thinking about it, I'm not sure that's it. It might be the moment I figure out why it is I play FC. I can't really describe it myself. I just want to feel free in the sky.
言っていることがわかるような気がするし、ダーリンが古代妄想に取り憑かれてしまったような気もする。
Yeah, I feel like you need a more concrete plan than that, Masaya. But I kind of understand he's still searching for that answer himself. But he knows that the answer lies in FC. I admit it kind of sounds that way myself. It's hard for someone to become the absolute best in a sport like FC. Strategies and tactics keep on evolving. As soon as someone formidable shows up, everyone starts thinking about how to counter them. In the first place, everyone has different strengths and weaknesses. You might be one person, but lose to another. It's not set up to accommodate one overall champion. Inui stomped her way through the summer tournament, only to lose to Misaki at the fall one. Just today, the assumed champion of Shito, Shindo-san, lost to Misaki. In truth, he's far more skilled a player than she is. But Misaki had the diagonal shortcut. That's the only reason she was able to overcome the odds. Maybe it is delusional to be seeking a moment when you feel like you're the king of the world in a game like this.
Masaya.
Misaki smiles.
明日から走れ、マサヤ。
I was planning to.
そうじゃなくて、私が走らせる。夏休みに練習を再開した時みたいに、ストップウォッチで時間を計って、何回も容赦なく走らせてあげる。
Exactly, Misaki. Masaya is making too much excuses, man. Just like you, he needs someone to actually push him too. Tough love, I'm telling you. Masaya, you fucking pussy. Our roles have been reversed, huh?
そういうこと。うわー、楽しみだな。やられたことと同じことをする。疲れて倒れたマサヤの背中を蹴って、おねんねの時間はまだっていう。わざと足を引っ掛けて転ばせたりする。
I mean, maybe not through the last one. I never did any of that.
心配しないで。
Everything about what you said is making me worry.
練習が終わったら膝枕して汗を拭いてあげる。そしてよしよしってしてキスしてあげる。ボロボロになったマサヤを徹底的に可愛がってあげる。
That's pretty messed up.
全部マサヤが私にしたことじゃない。
I did not go that far. I breathed alongside before facing Misaki and bowing to her. Thanks for agreeing to help me practice.
あ、ごめん、そういうのよろしくお願いされても。ごめん、私どっちかっていうとまずいから、その、蹴ったりとか上手にできないかも。
Misaki, you need to be able to do both roles this time. You know, I feel like Masaya needs you to be a sadist. For sure. He needs one. I wasn't thanking you for that. What I mean is like, there's only so far you can push yourself, you know? I don't know. I personally think you can push yourself very far alone. But if you're the type of person that needs someone to push yourself even further, then by all means do so. But I believe in someone's potential by themselves. So before you actually ask for someone for help, do it yourself. That's what I truly believe. I mean, it's probably nice to have someone support you and push yourself even further than you can when you're alone. But I don't know, I feel like people don't necessarily put in as much effort as they think when they say, I've done my best, I've given it my all. Bullshit. Most people only say that and not actually do it or put in the work. That's what I truly believe. I've really got to push my body to its limits for this. But that's not possible unless you've got a strong heart and are really driven. I know I'm likely to make compromises. What I need is someone else to give me that extra push when I think I've had enough. It doesn't have to be anything too strong, and certainly nothing abusive. Just someone tell me, one more lap. The time's come for me to take practice seriously after all.
いやだって言っても走らせてあげるから楽しみにしてて。
I am. I imagine myself being so tired I can't run anymore, and my heart starts to race. I'm sure I hate it when it happens, but right now, it's exciting. I can't wait to be a complete, exhausted mess. I want to get back to where I was, then go beyond that. I pick up a long piece of driftwood at my feet, then start writing large letters in the sand.
私への愛をロマンチックに綴るつもり？
Yeah, something like that. Once I finish writing, I toss the driftwood like a boomerang into the sea.
はと市場？はあ。
Misaki sighs in a mix of exasperation and exhaustion. Hey, you said this is a form of love, Misaki. Masaya is hitting you with his crazy amount of love right now.
こんなの書かなくたってマサヤとは試合するよ。
I thought I should get it written down. Just wait a bit longer for me. We'll be having our match in no time.
うむ。
Misaki smiles under the setting sun. I'm going to keep flying until I reach the sky, and devote myself to FC until the day it all ends. With the feelings Misaki has taught me to feel, I'll keep my sights set on the sky. I'm going to grasp it.
新藤さんとの試合が終わってちょうど1週間が経った。
I'm actually pretty happy that the game is not over yet, but I do think that this is gonna be the end. Even the game said closing chapter, and I'm pretty sad about that.
いらっしゃいませ。
You know, I know that I said I was gonna not go over an hour 30 minutes, but come on, this is like my last time. God, this is why sometimes it's hard for me to actually like stop recording, dude. Sometimes when your emotions are just so like overwhelmed and you just want to keep going. I like the way visual novels make you feel that way sometimes. Like that excitement just doesn't happen for me too much in real life. And visual novels are a way for me to experience that. And it feels amazing. Sometimes watching anime does that, or, you know, any sort of media I guess, in general that you're into and then it exceeds your expectation does that. But as I grow up, I got a lot more jaded. I got more used to like stereotypes, and then not just stereotypes, but like you know, just knowing where the stories might go. It's really hard for me to get excited about much stuff anymore. Not just in media, also in real life.
ってあら、美咲ちゃんいらっしゃい。
こんにちは、ボタンさん。
今日は食事？それとも遊びに来たの？
Someone's cooking food downstairs, by the way, and it's getting close to the time that I usually eat, so I'm getting pretty hungry.
食事に来ました。あれ？
Mashiro pokes her head out from the back, having picked up on the sound of my voice. She's wearing an apron.
今日はマサヤ先輩とデートだったので。
She brings her hands together in front of her chest.
まさか私のことが恋しくなって。
そうそう、真白のことが恋しくなったからここでマサヤと待ち合わせてうどんを食べていくことにしたの。
ここで待ち合わせですか。喜んでいいのかどうか反応に困ります。
うどんも食べたいし可愛い真っ白の顔も見たいしデートもしたいってだけのこと。
ちょっと欲張りな気もしますけど、先輩が私のことを気にかけてくれるのはやっぱり嬉しいですね。
Ah, I think I know where we're gonna go. It's time for that church scene, isn't it, Misaki?
美咲ちゃんにはお礼を言わなきゃいけないと思ってたの。 いつもより成績がぐんと上がってびっくりしちゃった。
真白がやればできる子だったということですよ。
光栄です。あんまり調子に乗っちゃダメよ。次のテストで元に戻らないように頑張らないとね。はーい、分かってます。
Botan-san starts ruffling Mashiro's hair.
こんなに可愛いのに勉強までできるようになったらいい子すぎて困っちゃうかしら。やめてよお母さん。今日は勉強教えてくれたお礼に美咲ちゃんとひなたくんのうどんはサービスしちゃうから遠慮なく食べてね。
ありがとうございます。私もボタンさんにお礼を言わなきゃいけないと思っていて。
あらあら、美咲ちゃんにお礼を言われるようなことをしたかしら。
前に私が相談した時、愛があれば怖いものも怖くなくなるって言ってくれたじゃないですか。その言葉の意味がなんとなく分かった気がして。
あら、もしかして余計なこと言ったかしら。え？
Botan-san looks concerned.
その年で彼氏さんとの愛に溺れるのは大変そうだから。
いや違います。マサヤとの愛の話じゃなくて、それも含むけどもっと大きな意味で。
人類愛？
それは大きすぎますね。なんていうか、そういうのを意識するといろんな不安が大丈夫になってきたというか、それに気づかせてくれたのはボタンさんだから。
気づかせたのは私じゃなくて愛って言葉かも。愛は強い単語だから気持ちが前向きになる力があるのよ。
I wish I believe in love, Botan-san. I think I'm a bit too logical for me to believe in love. Though, I probably do wish somewhere in my heart that I, have that childish fantasy again.
はい、頑張ってね、美咲ちゃん。愛って言葉が必要なくらい頑張りたいって思っているんでしょ。だから頑張ってほしいなって思ったの。
はい、そうですね、思ってます。頑張ります。
私も応援します。
真白は応援だけじゃなくて私と一緒に頑張らないと。
分かってます。夏の大会ではベスト8を目指します。私だって本気で FC をするんですから。
マグロちゃんとの試合で何かが吹っ切れたのか、真白は生き生きとした顔をしていた。
だから私のことも変わらず愛してくださいね。
わかってる。
Mashiro leaps at me and hugs me.
やっぱり今日は私とデートしましょう。
残念だけどマサヤとデート。口を尖らせてブーブー言い出した真白が可愛いなって思った。
Ganeko-san looks at us like we're zombies as we enter the church. I get the underlying feelings behind her expression, but I think most people would at least attempt to conceal them. Nah, I prefer this sort of Ganeko-san, Masaya. I actually dislike people when they are two-faced.
よかった。今日もガネコさんが管理人だったんですね。
This is preferable.
二度と来ないように暗い話をたくさん聞かせたのに、また来るなんてどういうつもりですか？
So you were doing that on purpose. Ganeko-san smiles at us.
あの時の私はライバルに優しくできるような精神状態じゃありませんでしたから。
She did say that her first match with Misaki resulted in many a sleepless night. I suppose that drove her to be meaner than usual. How do you feel now?
今は試合をしましたから落ち着きました。でも優しくしたいとまでは思いませんね。嫌がらせの機会があるなら 逃したくはないな。
Yeah, your personality still sucks. Sorry that I'm voice acting over her. Or talking over her. I thought she was done actually. It might seem weird that she'd just come out and say that, but perhaps she's just a terribly straightforward person. Considering what she did last time, I don't think so, but I do appreciate this more. Like this not animosity, but what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Is it animosity? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I don't mind it.
死闘の歴史のダークサイドにはまだ続きがありますよ。倭寇に囚われたお姫様の話などどうでしょうか。
The title of that story alone makes it sound horrible. Even if she hadn't explicitly mentioned that it was part of our dark history, she definitely brought it up knowing we'd want nothing to do with it.
私ガネコさんのこと好きかも。
On what basis exactly?
私の飛沢さんへの行為には変化ありません。
ずっと私のこと好きだったってことですか？
逆ですね。
Ganeko-san says readily, though her tone sounded softer than usual to me.
それで前回はどこまでお話ししましたか？
前回はですね。
Quit it! That's not why we came here.
そうだった。ウェディングドレスを着て写真を撮りたいなと思ってきたんです。今日もやってますか？
I think it was only 3,000 yen. That's such a bargain.
いつでもやってはいますけど、そういう写真は撮らない方がいいと言っていませんでしたか？
あれからいろいろ考えたんだけど、ここまでマサヤに調教されてしまったら。
Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't say that, Misaki. What the fuck? I did not groom you.
ここまでカスタマイズされてしまったら。
You just changed the word.
どう考えてもマサヤから離れられないなぁと分かってしまったので、もう別にいいかなーって。
わかりました。前払いで3000円いただきます。ひなたさんもウェディングドレスを着ますか？
You're crazy. Come on! Don't sound so excited. Why should I wear one?
ウェディングドレスというのは冗談です。
I would have hoped that was obvious enough not to need clarification.
タキシードがありますから、そちらをどうぞ。
Oh no, I don't really need to. Besides, 3,000 yen for a tuxedo is kind of pricey. I don't have a job. My wallet can't take that kind of beating.
2人合わせて3000円でいいですよ。サービスします。
Oh, what, really? I thought 3,000 yen was actually for both of us. So 3,000 yen for one person. That's still pretty cheap, to be honest. You know? For like a pre-wedding pre-wedding sort of photo for a commemorative. That's how you say that word, right? Like commemorative photo before you guys actually have a wedding when you're like in high school or something. Though, then again, I don't know how many people actually stay together after high school. Are you sure? I don't...
私がいいと言っているのだからいいんです。
She says in an overly forceful tone, with an equally forceful expression.
タキシードか。着ようよ。一緒に写真を撮るんだから、私だけが清掃してるのは変だってば。
Ganeko-san gives a deep nod in agreement.
そうです。もしかして恥ずかしいんですか？
Well, partially.
それは彼女にだけ恥ずかしい姿をさせて自分だけしないということですね。そういうのを卑怯というのです。
そうだそうだ。
Why is she suddenly like wanting this to happen? Why is she on Misaki's side suddenly? Hey, a wedding dress is nothing to be embarrassed about.
それを言うならタキシードだって恥ずかしい服装ではありませんよ。
私に恥ずかしくて性的な服を着せておいて自分だけしないなんて彼氏失格だ。
What, do you actually want to dress up Masaya too, Misaki? I mean, sure. What the fuck? I mean, I personally don't have any, like, kinks like that, but alright, to each their own. They choose now to become best friends? This is such a pain. I don't have a wedding dress fetish to begin.
これ以上言い訳は聞きたくありません。
She asserts.
せっかく写真を撮るんですから、彼女さんの気持ちにもっと寄り添ってあげたらどうなんですか？
Misaki then peps up in support.
そうだそうだそれに私だってかっこいい服を着てるマサヤを見てみたいもん。
I mean, Masaya putting so much resistance on this is a bit awkward, to be honest. Like, if I was in his shoes, I'd be like, okay. It is awkward having a girl in a wedding dress and you be in your normal, like, outfit, right?
よくわかります。私もアリカの可愛いところを見たかったですから。ウェディングドレスだけじゃなく、下着まで可愛いのにこだわって着せてあげたんです。
What is wrong with you? Sorry, what was that? Dress her in the perfect undergarments? She means she picked them out. She picked them out, right? Not that she physically put them on a Koze. Stop, stop, stop! I hurriedly shut down the mental image of Ganeko-san dressing a naked Koze. Thank you. I actually don't want to see those two naked plays. I can't be doing this. It seems illegal to think of a Koze in that way. I don't want to be tormented by a guilty conscience over that.
あの子も最初はウェディングドレスを着るのを嫌がったんです。そういうのは似合わないとか言って。
Okay, I actually gotta go to the bathroom super quickly. I'll see you guys in 1 second. And I'm back. Sorry about that. You know, if this was actually an FC match and not just like the ending or, you know, like the somber like mood till the ending like this, I probably would have you know, held on and not go to the bathroom until the FC match was done. It's very interesting what feelings can make you do or make you like tolerate. I can imagine a Koze getting embarrassed about it, yeah.
そういうことを言われると、こちらの愛情を否定されたような気がして、少しだけ傷つきますから。
So Ganeko-san's telling me not to hurt Misaki's feelings, huh? I don't think she'd be hurt exactly, but I can imagine her taking it the wrong way. To think Ganeko-san said she wouldn't miss a chance to be mean. By now I think that must have been all talk. Perhaps she had a change of heart after the match with Misaki after all.
もうそろそろ覚悟を決めようよ。着替えるだけのことじゃない。
そうです。それだけのことをそんなに躊躇する理由がわかりませんね。
着ようよ。
彼女にかっこいいとこを見せてあげようという解消もないのですか？
そうだ、着ろー。
着ないという選択肢があると思うんですか？
I get verbally barraged by the two girls. Okay, okay, I get it. I'll wear the damn tuxedo.
やったー。
Ganeko-san holds her palms out in front of her chest, and Misaki claps against them. I've never seen two people go from enemies to best friends so fast. Maybe Ganeko-san's the type to form fast friendships or something. I don't know. I still don't necessarily like her, but I don't dislike her as much. That's what I can say.
それじゃあ早速着替えていいですか？
一人で着るのは無理でしょうからお手伝いしますね。こちらへどうぞ。
Ganeko-san then points behind me.
男性の更衣室はあちらにあります。中にタキシードがありますから好きなのを選んで着てください。
Thank you. That's easy enough for her to say. I don't know what the first thing about what kind of tuxedos there are, let alone what type would suit me best.
じゃ、また後でね、マサニャン。
行きましょう。
I mean, my fashion sense also sucks, Masaya, but, you know, just choose whatever that fits you. Not fits as in, like, what you like, but like, what size actually fits him. Ganeko-san remains expressionless as she leads Misaki away. It's actually very difficult for me to find, like, clothes for myself. Like, shirts are easy, but when it comes to, like, pants, it's very difficult. Because I have a very small waist, but because I work out a lot, I have, like, insanely thick thighs. Like, I'm like a freaking frog, basically. So yeah, very difficult for me to find actual shorts or jeans that would fit my size. Like, my waist actually fits a size 28, but my thighs don't fit. So it's very difficult. Misaki sure is worked up about this. It takes about 15 minutes after I've left the dressing room for Misaki to show up. Oh! Something about the dress makes it feel like a cause for celebration. I end up clapping. Misaki grabs hold of her pure white dress and shakes it around. You look so beautiful. Gorgeous even. Though Misaki would look great no matter what she wears, I think.
でしょでしょ。で、マサヤは。
Can we get a CG of Masaya too, please? What's with the laughter? You too, Ganeko-san? I hope they show us how Masaya looks like on the picture later on.
ごめん。いや、なんか、服に着られている感じがすごくて。
You think? I can't really tell myself. He must have chosen a size too big. If any, like, outfit, as long as you actually fit in the outfit, is, probably not gonna be that bad. That's my opinion anyway. As a matter of fact, I personally thought I'd chosen the safest, plainest option.
変だな。こんなつもりじゃなかったんだけど。マサヤもかっこいいよってハイテンションで叫ぶつもりだったんだけど。なんか、言えなくてごめん。本当にごめん。
I'd rather you laugh than look at me like that and apologize. This is depressing. Ganeko-san looks at Misaki.
彼氏さんに手を出してもいいですか？
はい、もうそれは焼くなり煮るなり好き勝手に食べ散らかしちゃってください。宇宙とキスするくらいまでなら好きなようにしてもらってもいいです。
I think Uchu is supposed to be Earth, but I don't actually know what the hell she said there at the last one. Because I can't make sense of what the hell is plant a big fat one. What does that mean? Stop that! Ganeko-san smiles wryly.
そんなことするわけないじゃありませんか。じっとしていてください。
She approaches me.
そうですね。
What, is our tie crooked or something? She studies me and brushes down my shoulders.
背筋を伸ばしてまっすぐに立ってください。
Ganeko-san continues studying me as I do as I'm told, and eventually cocks her head. Do I really look that out of place?
そういうことではありません。着こなしがだらしないだけで、ちゃんとすれば似合うと思います。
She takes hold of my tie and corrects its length and position. Then she takes the hem of my tuxedo, lifts it up, then pulls it back down. Next, she fine-tunes the position of the buttons on my shirt. To finish things off, she pats down the creases in my jacket.
これでどうでしょうか。
あれれ
What?
全然違う。素敵になっちゃった。ガネコさんって着付けもできるんだ。
着るのを手伝うことが多いですから、自然とできるようになりました。
Is it that big of a change? Man, I wish we actually saw Masaya when he was looking like an idiot. Damn it, why does this waifu games have to be, you know, only waifu CGs? What about the males, damn you? Misaki flaps her dress around like an animal trying to threaten another with its size.
全然違うよ。おお、これが私の彼氏か。うん、かっこいい。素敵だよ、マサヤ。
Oh, right. Now I don't know what to say. Kaneko-san seems to read my mind.
彼女さんをもっと褒めてあげたらどうですか？
Huh? Oh, of course. I know I already said it, but you look beautiful. I had no idea you looked so good in a wedding dress.
ありがとう。
Misaki suddenly gets embarrassed and raises her hands to her breast.
でも、ちょっと胸元が開きすぎてるかも。
I think they're usually like that, right? I don't think it's necessarily too open. Maybe your breasts are just too big, Misaki. Yeah, good point. I can see her cleavage. You, look amazing. But I wouldn't want you wearing that at our actual wedding.
みんなに見られるのが嫌だから？
Can you blame a guy?
そんな心配しなくても。私はマサヤだけのものなのに。
It feels kind of wrong to be doing this in front of Ganeko-san. But perhaps she's used to it, as she's not bothering to hide her expression. She's giving us such a blank look, she almost seems bored.
それでは写真を撮りましょうか。
よろしくお願いします。
Yeah, she's probably used to this, couples being all lovey-dovey like an idiot. Misaki hands over her phone.
ステンドグラスの見える位置に。はい、そこです。そこに並んで立ってください。
Misaki and I follow Ganeko-san's instructions.
は
Ganeko-san screws up her face in displeasure. Where am I? Where's Masaya?
もっとひなたさんに近づいたらどうです？
ーい。そうですね。
Misaki huddles in toward my shoulder.
ひなたさんからも近づかないと押されてるみたいで変です。
How's this? Come on! Show the fucking face, damn you! Oh, it's actually a white tuxedo, though. Interesting. Looks like she gets rather particular of her photos. I don't know, over here I think it's a bit rare for people to actually wear a white one. Usually people just wear like black, that's it. Maybe if you want to be fancy, you would wear like a red one. The shutter clicks and she glares at us in displeasure once more.
手はそこでいいんですか？腰に回さなくていいんですか？
そうだよ、マサヤ。こういうのは照れる方が恥ずかしいんだから。
I'm not being bashful. How's this? You're still not putting your hand on her waist.
当てるだけじゃなくて腕にちゃんと力を入れてあげてください。そうじゃないと見栄えが悪いですよ。彼女、
私の
Oh,
こと
sorry about that.
本当は好きじゃないのかな？
Sorry about that, Ganeko-san. Thought you were done. Ah, I get it. How's this? I don't plan on showing these photos to anyone, so personally, I don't think it's something to be fussy about.
記念の写真なんだからもっとしっかり抱き合ったりしたらどうなんですか？
Okay, commemorative photo. So I did say it correctly.
ですよね。せっかくの記念なんだし。
Misaki gives several big nods. Why is she empathizing with Ganeko-san? For starters, I don't get why this being a commemorative photo means we have to embrace. Maybe this is just how Ganeko-san sees things. I mean, given the photos of her and Nukoze. Misaki giggles through her nose as she clings to me, pressing her chest against me. That soft squish momentarily takes my breath away.
ひなたさん、ちゃんと抱き返してください。それじゃ一方的で変ですよ。
Ganeko-san is practically scolding me, so I do as she says and hug Misaki. Misaki laughs mischievously.
次はキスしてみましょうか。
Misaki leans in, but I push her forehead away.
ショックだ。犬店員を飲んだわけじゃないのに彼女のキスを拒否するなんてひどい。この世の終わりだよ。
You're going too far. We don't need to kiss. Just what kind of photos are you trying to take here, Ganeko-san? Ganeko-san ignores my question and gives further instructions.
日向さんは飛沢さんの胸元を軽く引っ張ってください。
ほらマサヤ、早くここを。
Why?
出しちゃって。
Why? We came here for commemorative photos. Not any of this funny business. Ganeko-san cocks her head, puzzled.
私がいると恥ずかしいということですか？
There's something wrong with you people. This is a fucking chapel. What about the holy... the God is watching us. So stupid. Huh? Well, that's part of it. But that's not exactly... I'm not trying to make excuses here. But it seems logic doesn't really get through to this girl.
愛し合う二人がこんな時に恥ずかしい写真を撮るのは当たり前のことだと私は思いますから。
I don't necessarily think that's wrong, but I'm not gonna pop up her boobs. What the fuck? Ah, so this is what she considers normal. That explains the photos to the Koze. It's becoming clear to me that Ganeko-san is rather sexual in nature, shall we say. Ganeko-san walks forward and shakes Misaki's phone back to her, along with a key.
これって。
教会の扉の鍵ですよ。鍵を使ったら外の消火器の下に隠しておいてください。
Are we actually gonna have sex? Oh my god, this game! You're ruining the moment with this sex scene!
どういうことですか？
Oh my god, why would you do this?
私は先に帰りますから。帰るときは鍵をちゃんと閉めておいてください。ということです。
Sometimes I hate playing arrow gaze.
いや、
窃盗したり、ステンドグラスを割ったりはしないでください。
それどんなプレイ？
あと、ドレスとタキシードはそろそろクリーニングに出そうと思っていたので、少しくらいシワがついたり汚れたりしても大丈夫ですよ。
そういう問題？
I did say I was ready for an H scene at the very end of the game, but... this is what we get, huh? This is what we get, huh?
特別サービスです。
特別サービス？
二人っきりの方がいいでしょ？試合を受けてくれたことへのお礼だと思ってください。飛沢さんに対してその程度の好意は持っているということです。
Man, I don't know how much, how much authority she has over this church or chapel, but she is so not gonna be able to get to here again.
ありがとう。
勘違いしないでくださいね。好意を示すのはこれで終わりですから。私はライバルに優しくできるタイプじゃないんです。
God, shut up with your tsundere bullshit.
はい。
では帰ります。遠慮なく使ってください。ごゆっくりどうぞ。
With that, Ganeko-san marches off, without once turning back around. Until she does, right at the door.
遠慮なくとは言っても限度はありますよ。
Don't worry, we won't take any extreme photos. I hope you're just gonna go take photos.
そうなの？
No, we won't. Ganeko-san giggles, then closes the door behind her.
ガネコさんは強烈な人だな。まあ、嫌われていないみたいで安心したけど。
Yeah, she doesn't. This must be our way of showing gratitude. She said as much herself. Think you can be friends with her?
仲良くなれるかどうかはわかんないけど、試合で勝ったり負けたりした時の心の置き場所は見つかったような気がする。
That's a very good thing. I'm glad that Misaki's done that. Misaki tilts her head to the side and goes, before shaking her dress about again.
で、どう？本当に可愛い？
Forget cute. You look amazing. Beautiful. Misaki happily flutters her skirt as she lifts it up.
で、どう？中に入ってみたりする？この中がどうなってるのか興味あるんじゃない？
Ah, Misaki, if only you were not as perverted, you'd probably be a bit better. But I guess most people who play Erogaze probably like this sort of thing. Listen here, Misaki. You're free to joke about whatever you want, but you know I'm gonna take those things seriously. She lets her skirt go. I'm sure Misaki does it unintentionally, but these things often lead to us having sex. Don't worry, Masaya, I'm ready for it. Like how earlier she pushed her chest against me. You know how hard it is for me to hold back when I'm in the mood. Misaki smiles triumphantly.
私のこと好きだから？
No, because Masaya is a horn dog, Misaki. Who wouldn't want to get hands-on with someone they love?
そうだね。今は自重しておいてあげようかな。
There's a time and place, Masaya. I mean, honestly, I'd love to get a look at your panties. I'm a guy. I'm sure any one of us would feel the same in this situation. Not really.
ダメです。そんなことしてしまったら、どんな惨事が発生するのかすぐ分かっちゃうもん。もう絶対に止まんなくなるよ。
Wait, so are you guys not having sex? What the? Really? With that, Misaki wanders over to the door. It locks with a clunk. No, it's over. It's over.
これでよしと。
My hope is crushed. How so?
誰も入ってこれないってこと。
We suddenly find ourselves in the middle of an awkward silence. Now that the door is locked, we both know where this is going. Is it religiously acceptable to do this stuff in a church? I don't think Japan cares about religion much, Masaya.
ダメな気がするけど。でもね、本当の結婚式をするとき、絶対にこういうことできないよ。今日逃したらって思わない？
These guys are fucked up in the head. What the fuck? Misaki tucks in her chin and looks at me through upturned eyes. I want to do it with you.
そうだよね。私も後からあの時してみたかったなーなんて思いたくない気がするし。
These guys are really into some weird kinks. I'm not judging them. I'm just saying. She clenches her skirt with both hands.
将来マサヤにあの時どうしてって責められたくないしさ。
I wouldn't blame you.
それにそんなかっこいい服装のマサヤとする機会もないだろうしね。なんか別人みたいで緊張するな。
Same for me. Misaki groans and clenches down on her skirt once again. She hesitates, then holds her breath. Damn you, music. Can't believe this music is playing. What, did she like flip over her skirt so that our face is inside of her skirt or some shit? Ah! She really goes for it, yanking up her long, pure white skirt. My brain immediately boils over. Misaki blushes bright red, staring at me through upturned eyes as she smiles bashfully.
別にこういうことがあると思っていたわけじゃないんだけど、ドレスに合わせて白いのを履いてきたんだ。
Right. They do go well with the dress. Misaki rubs her thighs together in embarrassment as she holds her dress up.
すごいエッチな顔で私のパンツを見てますよ。
You'd be worried if I wasn't. And hey, you look horny too.
私はそんな顔になってない。
You do.
マサヤがそこまで言うならなってるってことにしておいてあげてもいいけどさ。
She really did not put too much resistance there. I step toward Misaki and go to place my hands on her shoulders.
ダメ。
Why not?
しょんぼりした顔しないで。最近私がされてばっかりな気がするから今日は私がする。私から誘ったような感じだから私からしたい。興奮してるよね。
It does. Whatever you say, Masaya. Admitting as much kind of feels like admitting defeat, but there's no use hiding it, so I answer honestly.
私がウェディングドレスを着てるからってパンツを見ただけでそんなに興奮しちゃうなんて、この先に進んだマサヤはどうなってしまうのかしら。
Misaki says teasingly while spreading her skirt out and kneeling at my feet. She looks up at me anxiously. I can't believe we're ending with an H scene. For people on Patreon anyway. People on YouTube, you guys won't be seeing this shortly.
口でしてあげたいんだけどいい？
You do that for me?
ウェディングドレスはこのままでいい？マサヤって私の胸が大好きじゃない？だから見えた方が。
I wanna see.
そんなに必死にならなくても見せてあげるってば。
Misaki smiles wryly as she fumbles around her back to drop the front of her dress.
これでいいかな。
Her two massive mounds bounce into view. Those adorable nipples of her jiggle in time with her breath. Misaki starts awkwardly rubbing her hands against the side of her dress, her breasts still on full display. Misaki, can you change the CG so I can censor this on YouTube? Holy shit! I'm on fire! The purity of the wedding dress contrasts with her visible chest. This stimulus can't be good for my heart.
胸元が開いたドレスだからブラジャーが見えちゃうとみっともないって金子さんに言われて外してたんだけど。
Really? What the hell? There's like bras that don't actually have, you know, those things. Like the straps on your shoulder. So you can only use the strap on the back. What the hell? I guess her boobs are that big that might actually still be an issue. My hands jerk forward toward her, but Misaki bats them away.
ダメ。今日は私がするって言ったばかりじゃない。こういう時ばっかり積極的なんだから。
She clears her throat.
それじゃします。
She declares as she reaches out for my crotch. Nope. You guys on YouTube, you guys are not seeing any of this. Technically, this is still A-okay, but nope. I'm censoring it. Patreon.com says Azaikyousuke. And I probably won't voice act this. This is gonna be way too lovey-dovey. I just know it. I'm just gonna let the autoplay do its thing. People on Patreon, enjoy. I'm also gonna enjoy. I don't know, maybe not so much. These lovey-dovey 8 scenes are a bit too much for me. But see ya, YouTube. Is it over? I feel like it's not over considering what just happened, but I'm gonna try to voice act this. She leans in and kisses me gently, her frantic nasal breathing grazing against my cheek.
エッチなことするたびにマサヤのこと好きになっちゃう。
Same here.
こんなこと続けていたらどこまでマサヤのこと好きになっちゃうのか不安だ。
You really don't need to worry about that, honestly. We'll be just fine no matter how much we love each other.
してる、マサヤ。
I love you too, Misaki.
ありがとう、マサヤ。マサヤさ。
Okay, it's actually over. Alright, now I can actually give you guys my thoughts on the H scene. Like, when they have sex, or you know, when they had sex the second time. I guess the first one was a blowjob, technically, not really sex, but you know, when they do their sexual stuff. The blowjob, it was pretty nice because there were like lots of back and forths between Misaki and Masaya. And it was actually hilarious. I was holding my laugh. I was actually not holding my laugh. I was muting the mic and I was laughing like while I was reading it. But you know, after they go to the sex, it's like typical Masaya, love you. Misaki, love you. And then moans stuff. But yeah, the interaction is still not bad. The interaction's pretty alright.
私も興奮しちゃったけど、マサヤの興奮はちょっと異常だったよね。
This is an arrow game, Misaki. We need the main character to be horny 24/7. I'm just a healthy young man, that's all.
それじゃ、最後に永遠の愛でも誓ってもらおうかな。
I don't need to swear anything. That's guaranteed.
どうしてわかるの？
Lately, I've come to realize that now that I love you, I could never fall in love with another girl.
最近？私なんかずっとそう思ってたのに。アザイ、信用できない。
I've always loved you. What I mean is that lately I start to love you a whole lot more.
やっぱり永遠の愛を誓ってほしいな。
I'm telling you, that's not necessary. I already love you more than enough, Misaki.
マサヤがそう思っても関係ない。信用できないのは私。
How many kids do you want? Misaki trembles and blushes red. Don't talk about kids, man. You guys don't understand just how expensive they can get. Her mouth flaps feebly open and shut. Now do you trust me?
信じてもいい気がしてきた。でもマサヤは本当にそんなこと考えてるの？私たちにはまだ早いんじゃ。
Of course I am. I don't mean right now. I'm thinking about our future. 2 kids though, that's actually the perfect amount in my opinion. Misaki expels Azai because if you only have 1 kid, you'd more likely than not spoil them. But if you have 2 kids, you're more likely to, you know, learn from your first one, and then the second one is gonna be not so bad. And you know, the first one can actually learn to, what's the word? Take care of the second one.
そうだよね。びっくりしちゃったよ。だとしても、本当にそういうこと考えてるの？
I love you so much, I think it's kind of crazy myself. I know that there's nothing that could ever make us part.
私の策略に引っかかったとも知らずに、そんなこと。
I don't see how you would have had time to come up with any plots given the nature of our relationship. We were both pretty frantic at the start of it.
まあ、そうですにゃ。マサヤのこと好きだってことで、心がぐちゃぐちゃでしたからにゃ。
So you agree with me then?
納得した。でもせっかくウェディングドレスを着てるんだから、エッチな意味じゃなくてちゃんとしたキスをしておこう。それだけはしよう。
She says with determination, before giving me a cautious, sidelong glance. Gaze.
一応言っておくけど、これ以上変な気持ちにはさせないでね。
I know. This kiss will just be to prove my love to you.
そんなキスされてしまったら、私は変になっちゃいそうだけどな。
Why can you not be so horny, Misaki? Fine then. What kind of kiss do you want?
わかんない。愛があればどんなキスでもいいよ。変な気持ちになったらマサヤに責任を取ってもらうだけだし。その時はお願いね。
I can both give you my love and look after you no matter what, yes.
ではどうぞ。
Misaki bounces on her heels before facing me head on and closing her eyes. Her face tilts up toward my own. She's not doing the voice line. Our lips press together. I focus on my love for her as we kiss, so that it may reach the very depths of her heart. I accept her kisses in return, desiring nothing more than to feel her love with every last part of me. We part and smile.
私
Misaki looks deadly serious. She goes silent for a moment before raising her voice.
マサヤのこと大好き。
Hearing that just makes me fall all the more in love with her. I'm sure that Misaki feels just the same way I do. We're cut from the same cloth after all. So I'll tell her exactly how I feel, and continue to do so. Until the day comes where we're flying together. And even when it does, I won't stop. For we're one of a kind. Hey, that was the name of the song when Misaki was flying against Minamo-chan. Misaki and I are here together. We'll fly together. Wherever. Forever. I love you, Misaki. Wow. What an amazing after story. I don't think there's actually anything for me to complain about this one. It definitely filled me with a lot of stuff. I don't even know what to say. I like it a lot. I'm not even like into romance and shit, and like I said, the romance in this actually just flows naturally. I gotta take a look whether or not the guy who wrote this is the same guy who wrote Misaki's route in the base game, because wow, the romance definitely changed. Or not changed, but the romance was so much more developed in this one. You'd think that the writer would have been different. And yeah, the FC matches, everything. You know what I wish there was more though? I wish that the game actually went longer. Seeing Misaki have a run back with Ganeko-san, seeing Misaki went to Inui, man, that's actually what I wanted more of. Damn. Do I like this more than Asuka's route? I think yes. I actually do. I think I set this on the beginning of the playthrough of the Extra 2 route, or After Story. But I think Asuka's route is an ideal route. But it leaves a fleeting desire, or it makes you feel melancholic. This one, I feel like most of my worries, or most of my... what is it? Everything is answered basically in this after story, or my wishes are fulfilled, right? I feel very fulfilled playing this route. And you don't feel fulfilled playing Asuka's route. You dream of something that's ideal in Asuka's route. In this one, this is more my kind of taste. Or not taste, but this is more my kind of story. Yeah, I'm just trying to enjoy the music right now. Sorry guys, that's why I've been quiet. Man, I am so glad that I played this game. Or I am so glad I played the after story. The base game was alright, but I think this definitely topped it up way more. Such a top-notch after story. Now I understand why this game came out 8 years after the base game. Because it's actually so much better in my opinion. Like I said, I had not really any issues with this after story at all. Finish chapter 7, Double W.
廃バスの壁にもたれかかって空を見上げる。秋だな。周囲の風景にそれほど変化があるわけじゃない。そもそも私東では11月くらいにならないと紅葉は見れない。その上紅葉する木々も少ない。真っ赤に色づいた木々が並んでいる。いかにも秋ですって光景は写真やテレビでしか見たことない。だから風景的に夏と違うところはあまりない。それでも秋だって思うのは日差しが優しいからだ。こんな日差しの休日はいつまでもすやすや眠っていたいはずなのににゃー。自分でもどうしてかわからないけど早朝にパッチリと目が覚めてしまったのだ。私は朝が弱いからこんなの年に何回もあることじゃない。いつもなら起きてからしばらくぼーっとしてるんだけど、今日はなぜかそわそわしてそれをすることもできなくて。まだ8時30分か。土曜日のこんな時間にこんな場所にいるなんてなんだか不思議な感じ。現在 FC 部は顧問の鏡先生に土日の練習を禁止されている。みんなが部に入ってから秋の大会までかなりハイペースで部活をやっていたので、少しペースを落とした方がいいとのこと。それはそうだなぁと思う。あのペースを続けていたらアスカも私もどこかで体を痛めてしまいそうだ。実際進藤さんとの試合の後は脇腹とか背中とか痛かったしね。最後のドッグファイトの時にむちゃくちゃな動きをしたせいだ。それにしてもスピーダー寄りのオールラウンダーなのにあんな動きができるって進藤さんはどうなってるんだろう。試合には勝ったけど実力の差はすごく感じた。新しいポジショニングとエアキックターン。進藤さんを刺すナイフを2本持っていたから勝てただけ。どっちか片方しか用意してなかったら絶対に負けてた。私が何を持っているかバレてしまった。だから次に試合をしたら勝てる気が全然しない。勝ったら自信がつくかと思ったんだけど、むしろ実力の差が分かっちゃって軽く落ち込むことさえある。勝った日は嬉しかったし自信がついたような気がしてたんだけどな。進藤さんは底なし沼みたいだ。次に勝てるのはいつの日になるか。もちろん試合するとなったら負けないつもりでやるけどさ。とにかく土日の練習は禁止されているのだ。だけど今日は上通社学園との合同練習なので特別。平日は時間的に難しいからね。合同練習といっても来るのはみなもちゃんだけだけどね。あそこは3年生が引退して部員はみなもちゃんだけになってしまったらしいけど、来年廃部とかそういうことにならなきゃいいな。みなもちゃんがあんなに頑張ってるのにそんなことになったら切なすぎるもん。さてと、これからどうしようかな。練習開始時間は9時30分だ。あと1時間もある。どうしよう。すでにフライングスーツに着替えてしまっているからフィールドフライでもしようかな。だけどそれをやってるとこを誰かに見られたら過剰に気合が入っているみたいで ちょっと恥ずかしいかもしれない。気合を入れることは悪いことじゃないんだから、そんなことで恥ずかしがらなくていいとは思うんだけど、それに鏡先生から練習ばかりするなと言われている現状でそれをしちゃうのは抜け駆けしてるみたいな後ろめたさもあるし、あ、そうだ、ペタンとその場で座り込んでぐいぐいと足を大きく開いてから前に倒れて胸を地面に当てる。ぐぐっと腰に力を入れて体を揺らす。柔軟体操をするくらいの気合なら恥ずかしくないと思ったのだ。一体私は誰の目を気にしてるんだ。1234567891012345678。足を大きく開いたまま体を左右に動かす。今度は体を倒してから腕をつき、腰の位置を変えずに肩を上げて背筋を伸ばす。ファイターは体が柔らかい方が有利だから柔軟体操は大切だからって、私は早朝から何をやってんだろう。なんだか虚無的な気持ちになってきた。
美咲ちゃん、おはようございます。
Okay, I wasn't expecting for me to narrate Misaki's thoughts here. Asuka says that she descends beside me.
おはようってフライングスーツを着てきたの？
久しぶりの土曜日練習ですから、なんだかそわそわ落ち着かなくて家から着てきちゃいました。美咲ちゃんはどうして早くに来たんですか？
パッチリ目が覚めちゃってさ、うちにいても時間を持て余しちゃいそうだったから早めに来たんだ。そして今度はここで何をしたらいいかわからなくて柔軟をしてるわけ。
なるほどなるほど。
Asuka nods deeply in admiration.
空いた時間でイメージトレーニングだけじゃなくストレッチまでするなんて。
いや、そういうわけじゃなくて、本当に何をしたらいいのかわからなくて暇つぶしにやってるだけだから。アスカは何でもいいように取るんだからな。
私もご一緒していいでしょうか？
もちろんいいよ。
はい。
Asuka essentially falls into her backside as she sits down beside me.
実は私、お風呂に入った後にストレッチをしてるんです。前より柔らかくなりましたよ。
へえ、そうなんだ。じゃあこれはどうかな？
I spread my legs wide, then make a show of pressing my chest to the ground.
やってみます。
Asuka spreads her legs wide too, then breathes out as she stretches out her arms and leans forward. Once her chest hits the ground, she sits back up straight.
よっと、どうでしょう？
やるな。
ありがとうございます。ストレッチって毎日やってると結果がちゃんとついてくるので楽しいです。
ファイターのプライドとしてここは負けるわけにはいかないのでは？じゃこれはどうかな？おお、できてるできてる。アスカってそんなに体が柔らかかったんだ。
はい、柔らかい方がドッグファイトの時に有利ですから、もっと難しいストレッチがあったら挑戦してみたいです。
難しいストレッチって言われても、アスカのチャレンジ魂に火がついてしまったみたい。
私、もうちょっと足が開くと思うんです。
そうじゃあ
朝から若い娘さんがそんな大きく足を開いちゃってはしたない。まどかちゃん？
Asuka panics and shuts her legs.
はしたなかったでしょうか？私が男子だったら 静な気分じゃいられなかったと思うね。
Sure, sure, Madoka.
朝からそういうことを言う方がはしたないと思うけどな。
冗談冗談。でもひなたくんの前ではそういうストレッチをしない方がいいかもね。
マサヤは練習中にそういうこと思ったりしないってば。さすがにそこはマサヤを信じてあげたい。
そうですよ、そうですよ。そうなんだろうけど一応男子だからね。
練習中は男子も女子も関係ない。スポーツをしている時はそういうことあんまり考えないもん。
You'd be surprised how the real world works, Misaki. You'd be surprised. Though I do want to believe in what you're saying.
ですよね。
Asuka nods along in agreement.
性欲って言っちゃうと生々しいけど、スポーツしている最中はそういうこと気にしないし気にならない。走っているあの人の汗が素敵とかそういう気持ちはわからなくもないけど、傍目から見てそう思うだけで、自分も練習に参加していたらそういうこと気にする余裕は不思議なほどない。
I mean, as a participant, that's true. But a lot of the sports are influenced by, audience and then the actual people who organize the event and stuff, right? And those people actually have a lot of say in what happens in a sport competition.
こんなに早くから2人でストレッチしてどうしちゃったの？アスカちゃんが早く来るのはいつものことだけど、ミサキが来るのは珍しいね。
珍しくパッチリと目が覚めちゃったから早く来ただけ。
ミサキちゃんがストレッチをしていたので、私も一緒に。
まどかはどうして早く来たわけ？
Madoka puffs out her chest proudly.
いつも眠たそうな顔でギリギリに来るミサキは知らないだろうけど、私はいつだって合同練習の前はこのくらい早く来て準備してるの。
おお、マネージャーの鏡だ。
そうでしょ、そうでしょ。もっと褒めていいんだよ。みんな私の陰の努力があって練習できてるんだってことを忘れずにね。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
もっと特別扱いしてもらわないと困るよ君たち。私ってマジメインヒロインだからさ。おはようございます。あれれ、もしかして私時間を勘違いしてました？ 9 時半スタートじゃありませんでした？
Mashiro starts panicking the moment she lands.
おはよう。9時半スタートで間違ってないよ。
なんで皆さんこんなに早く来てるんですか？早めに来てフィールドフライを先にやって気合が入っているってところを皆さんに見せようと思っていたのに。それをするには夜明け前に来ないとダメかな。
明けの明星、綺麗だったな。
美咲ちゃんそんなに早くから来てたんですか？
来てないってば。私が来たのはアスカが来る30分くらい前だよ。ね、マシロはどうして気合を入れようと思ったわけ？
She seems in high spirits.
今日は上通社学園との合同練習です。ということは白瀬さんの妹さんと練習試合するかもしれないということじゃないですか。
するかもしれないけど
負けられないというか試合をしてみたいって思ってたんです。負けられない？マシロッチはみなもちゃんと何かあったっけ？何もありませんけど、今の私と手が合いそうっていうんですか？なんかいい試合ができそうな予感があるんです。言われてみればそうかもしれません。私、ましろちゃんとみなもちゃんの試合見てみたいです。そうかもね。
私に付き合ってスイシードをたくさん練習してマグロちゃんとの試合で出しまくってからマシロは一皮むけたみたい。相手に合わせるんじゃなくて自分のしたいことをするようにというマサヤのアドバイスも聞いてるみたいだ。相 手に対応するために何をすればいいのかを考えるより、自分がしたいようにするには何をすればいいのかを考える方が真白に合っていたみたいだ。その結果、想像通りというか想像外というか、そこら辺は微妙なんだけど、ラフとまではいかないけどかなりアグレッシブなスタイルになりつつある。そのうち砂浜の暴れん坊とか、そういう二つ名がつくかもしれない。
Mashiro happily continues.
妹さんはトリッキーなスタイルじゃないですか。それって自分のやりたいことをやるスタイルですよね。そういう相手に今の自分がどこまでできるのか楽しみなんです。ポカーンとしてどうしました？もちろん好きなのは美咲先輩ですよ。そこは絶対に動きませんから。
いや、そこの心配はしてないから。
ですよね。美咲先輩が私の愛を疑うなんてありえませんよね。
I don't even know how I'm supposed to go about denying that, so I just brush it to the side.
真白がそんな嬉しそうに試合について語ってるのを初めて見たような気がして、ちょっとびっくりした。
そうだったでしょうか。自信がついてきたからそういうことを思う余裕ができてきたんじゃない？そうですね。ましろちゃんは強くなったと私も思います。いや、そんなことないと思いますけど。でも前より FC が楽しくなってきたかもしれません。
Mashiro says this with a smile.
私らが卒業したらましろっちとみなもちゃんで決勝戦してるかもよ。私必ず応援に行きます。いえいえ、私が決勝に残るとかそんなのありえませんから。でもそうなったら素敵ですね。
だね。そうなったら素敵。否定しつつも素敵と言えるなんて、真白は成長したんだな。足元を見ながら思う。ちょっと前の私なら、もしかしたらそういうことを言う真白にさえ怯えていたかもしれない。私を刺すナイフを作るつもりなんじゃないかって。過敏になっちゃった気持ちを抱えて右往左往してたからな。だけど今は大丈夫だ。私を愛してるなら私を刺す覚悟で来なさいくらいのことは言えると思う。きっとこういう気持ちだっていつかは消えてしまって、また不安になって挙動不審になっちゃったりするんだろうけど、まあそれはその時になってから考えよう。そうなるかどうかもわかんないことを想像して不安になるなんて不毛だ。
Asuka notices something and looks up at the sky.
みなもちゃんが来ました。
Minamo-chan slowly descends, then awkwardly bows to us.
おはようございます。船浜の皆さん、今日はよろしくお願いします。上通り社学園の白瀬みなもです。よろしくお願いします。みんなみなもちゃんのこと知ってるんだから緊張しなくても大丈夫だから。いえ、
緊張するなって言われたからってリラックスできるもんじゃないよね。
Minamo-chan jogs over to me and bows once more.
ありがとうございました。
え？私なんかした？前の試合のことなら別にもう。
そうじゃなくて、あの時うちの学園の生徒も試合の見学に来ていて、私と美咲さんの試合を見て、それで部に入ってくれたんです。
Minamo-chan beams.
おめでとう。もう一人じゃないんだ。
はい、3人も 入ってくれました。来年廃部になったらどうしようと思っていたので、とっても嬉しいです。みんな初心者なので、今日の練習に来たのは私だけですけど。気にせずにみんな連れてくればよかったのに。次に合同練習させてもらうときは、その時まで皆さんの練習についていけるようになっていればいいなって思ってます。ということは、みなもちゃんが部長ですか？
Sorry about that, Minamo-chan.
はい、まだ1年生ですし、私なんかが部長なんて変ですけど、頑張ってやってます。立場で人は変わるからね。頑張って。
すごいな。みなもちゃんが部長か。
美咲さんと試合したから部員が増えたので、お礼を言わなきゃいけないと思って。
I wave a hand in front of my face.
お礼を言う必要なんかない。みなもちゃんが頑張った結果だもん。みなもちゃんが胸を張ればいいだけのことだよ。
そんなことないです。美咲さんが試合してくれたからです。だから、ありがとうございました。
Minamo-chan bows yet again.
みなもちゃんの役に立ててよかったよ。今日もよろしくね。
美咲先輩と仲良くするのはいいですけど、美咲先輩の愛の奴隷は私だけですからね。それはちゃんと理解してくださいね。ちゃんと距離を保ってくださいね。はい。おお、嫉妬だ。真っ白っちの薄い胸を嫉妬が渦巻いてる。薄い胸とか言わなくていいです。嫉妬して当たり前じゃないですか。私の美咲先輩とあんな試合をしたんですから。私だってああいう試合をしてみたいのに。
Minamo-chan's eyes dart around in bewilderment. The situation has her completely lost. She looks to me for help.
ましろはみなもちゃんと試合をしたくてうずうずしているみたいなんだよね。だから宣戦布告的にいつも私に言っていることをズバッと言ってやればいいんじゃないかな。
でも
大丈夫大丈夫。ましろはそういうの喜ぶと思うよ。
そうですか？
Minamo-chan spins around to face Mashiro. It's kind of awkward because sometimes Misaki has her own monologue and then I have to narrate stuff.
何が何だかよくわからないけど、死ぬが良いのです。
Mashiro recoils in surprise. She looks to me for help.
未来のライバルからの宣戦布告なんだから言い返さないと。
頑張ってみます。はい。
ものすごい会話の成立だ。みなもちゃんの死ぬが良いには他人をやる気にさせる成分が含まれているのかもしれない。
みんな揃ったのにこっちの部長様が来ないんじゃ。あ、言ってたら来た。
Everyone's here already? What's going on?
なんだかそわそわして落ち着かなくて早く来ちゃいました。
That's so, huh? Masaya smiles. Damn, we are still in Misaki's point of view. It's so nice seeing Masaya like this too, though. You all sure do love FC, huh?
そっか。それだけのことか。FC が好きだから私は早く目が覚めて早くここに来ちゃったんだ。久しぶりの土曜日の練習だから うずうずしちゃってたんだ。まったくの。私はどんだけ FC に夢中なんだ。そう思うと自然と笑みが浮かんでしまうのが嬉しかった。好きか嫌いかわからなかったけど、今なら自信を持って言える。私 FC のこと好きだ。みんな揃ったんだから練習始めようよ。
Sounds good.
そろそろマサヤも練習試合くらいしてもいいんじゃない？マサヤはもう飛び始めてる。まだぎこちないところはあるけど、さすが天才と言われていただけのことはあるなって思う。飛び方がスムーズで姿勢のブレが少ない。マサヤは私のせいじゃないって言うだろうけど、マサヤが飛ばなかった理由の何割かを私が持っている。だから私がちゃんとマサヤを連れて行かないといけないんだ。あの時の責任ちゃんと取るつもり。そのためにも私はしっかりと飛び続けないといけない。
Yeah, I was just thinking I might be ready for a match myself. But why don't we take a page from Takafuji and go straight into practice matches? My opponent will be...
私がしたいですけど、そういうわけにはいかないですよね。私の試合相手は決まってますしね。よろしくお願いします。マサヤお兄、マサヤさんは
マサヤお兄ちゃんって言おうとした？
してません。気のせいです。
相変わらず油断ならないみなもちゃんだ。
マサヤさんが試合をするんですか？
Yeah, I've gotten just about fit enough to fly again.
そうですか。
みなもちゃんは感情を込めてつぶやくと、パッと花が咲いたかのように微笑んだ。
お兄ちゃんすごく喜ぶと思います。ずっとマサヤさんがいつちゃんと飛ぶのか気にしてましたから。
Did he now?
もう白瀬さんに好かれて、部長に好かれて、進藤さんに好かれて、マサヤはどこに行くつもりなの？
Well, my route is already determined when I played this after story, Misaki. Don't phrase it like that. I'm definitely not headed in any of those directions.
どうだかな？ね、相手は私でいいよね。
Of course.
なんでもないことのように言うけど、本当は私と試合できるのがものすごく嬉しいくせに。この男、みんなの前だからカッコつけて平静を装っておるな。私 FC のこと大好きだし、マサヤのことも大好きだよ。
You're really saying that in front of everyone?
1年生コンビが狂犬のようにうなっている。今にも噛みついてきそうだ。
熱烈だね。でも練習中は恋愛トーク禁止。私はそういうのもいいと思います。
I don't think so, Asuka. There has to be boundaries, okay?
いや、ダメだよ。
私と試合するんだから、もっと素直に嬉しそうな顔をすればいいのにって思ってさ。
That's fair. I am happy that we're getting to do this.
そう言ってマサヤは微笑む。よし、じゃ試合しよう。
Sure. Everyone looks like they're ready. Let's get going.
練習場に向かって飛び立つマサヤの背中を見て思う。大好きなものがあってよかった。私はまだまだ飛べる。どこまで行けるかわからないけど、行けるところまでちゃんと行こう。やれるとこまでちゃんとやろうって素直にそう思えて、それがすごく嬉しい。 一度心に刻む。私フライングサーカスが大好きだ。
One day I'll find something that I love myself too, Misaki. But yeah, this is it. I thoroughly enjoyed this after story, and we are done with Aokana. Until Minamo-chan's new story is out at some point. I don't know when that's gonna be out. It's not even out in Japanese yet. So when it does come out, I might not necessarily play it instantly, but it will be on high priority for sure. Because I personally put this after story at a 10. I don't know what people say, or I don't know what people ratings are, but this deserves its high rating. I don't think there would be anything I would change differently, other than the fact that I wanted to see Inui, like, face Misaki again. But overall, what an amazing story. I gotta take a look at the writer and see if this is still the same guy. This is a 3-hour episode. You guys will not be seeing, well, maybe at some point I might... no! I gotta do time management, man. I have work again now. I actually gotta take work seriously. I can't just lounge around anymore. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this after story, as I said. I personally would put this at a 10 out of 10. And hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I don't think there's anything else for me to say other than the fact that I really enjoyed this. If you guys enjoyed this, then yeah, I mean, buy the game. I really think we should be supporting stuff like this, you know? Don't buy stuff that's just for porn, guys. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Give this video a like if you guys like it. Sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will be getting these episodes early access along with everything uncensored. For people on YouTube, if you guys are not on Patreon just yet, do feel free to become a free member on Patreon so that you'll be getting first episode previews of future playthroughs. And with this, I am not going to be recording an Aokana video tomorrow, so I can just go straight to the gym in the morning and go straight to work. And next week, I'll probably take the break for the YouTube recordings again. And after that, though, I will be choosing a new recording session for the YouTube playthroughs. For real this time. Because I really am glad that I took that time to actually play the after stories. Because this after story is really good. I really do think that. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.